evening, everyone. I am Zach Dresch.
I'm Ryan Howe.
And you are listening and watching to
The Dresch Code!
Where we talk about topics approved by this jar bucket.
The jar, yeah, perfect.
So yes, before we
The
get...
Chuck It Decides All.
The Chuck It Decides All. That's the tagline if we ever make a new poster. So let's go around the panel and introduce everyone that will be on this episode here. As I've said before, I'm Zach. This is Ryan. And to my left,
yeah,
directionally challenged, singer, musician extraordinaire, because everyone on this show is extraordinary.
Oh.
Nick Burke.
Oh,
how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Great.
Doing fantastic. And to Nick's left,
I'm Corey Church.
Icon Lounge promoter extraordinaire.
I guess
Yeah.
you called that.
To the stars.
Perfect.
And to Corey's left.
I am Stephen Phillips, just extraordinaire.
Oh, come on.
That's a bad.
I need no other
To
titles.
the stars. So yeah, how this show works, if this is your first episode tuning in, is Ryan and I will pull off a topic from this junket, and decide if it passes or fails the Dresch Code. So pass means yes, we would love to talk about it, and fail means no, we don't want to talk about it, discard it, and we'll save it for another episode in the future.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
maybe the 9 p.m. show.
Alright.
Maybe. It'll come up.
So shall we get started, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Just gentlemen.
Did you just assume my gender?
First topic.
First topic.
Anyway,
Hey.
Should we talk about that?
Practice round.
All right, Brian, would you like to start?
I would love to. Thank you.
Alright.
First one. Crest, Colgate, or dentures?
Yay or nay?
Are they all going to be of this quality?
No.
Is this what we're going to be sifting through? Okay.
I don't feel like I could talk about it long enough, so
No,
I
I'll
would
fail that one.
I don't
Yeah,
have a strong
we're gonna-
opinion.
I'll
Fail.
fail that
Okay.
one. That
Fail.
one's a unanimous.
In the end, a
fail.
paste is a paste.
Elmer's is what I always say.
What do you think is the most effective way to promote shows?
Okay.
I'll talk about that. But if you
Yeah,
I could talk about it, I suppose.
yeah, I'm okay with
pass,
that.
Yes, I
okay,
can
let's
pass
talk
one.
about it.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Everybody
Holding a beer
vote.
for a second. But
So yeah, what do you guys think is the most effective way?
It's sadly for me, it's got to be with Facebook, you know. I mean, and there's been so many times in the last 2 years where I'm like, I don't need that, and then I just do. I always do. You know, everybody's on it, and it's easier to reach out to people and understand that.
I gotta disagree with you on that, man.
Ooh.
I think that organic approach is much better. Like,
Yeah.
just hitting the streets and talking to people and getting people actively involved, because everyone gets Facebook shoved down their throat.
Oh my
Mhm.
God,
For
yeah.
certain things, it works out.
It's
Like if you're
terrible.
doing something like really big that everyone is common knowledge, how about that? Like
Yeah.
universally acclaimed things. But when it's anything else, it's almost better to talk to people and get involved more than anything. Because Facebook just gets shoved down everyone's throats all the damn
Yeah.
I
time.
get notifications all
Yeah.
day, and I just
I
get rid of
know,
them, get rid of
God.
them, get rid of them, get rid
Yeah.
of
I
them.
don't even do Facebook anymore except for the obligatory I'll share an event.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with Instagram, I post crappy videos of myself in a car. And I've stopped doing it because I've heard people say, like, we all know what you're going to talk about in this Facebook event. Let's just be real. And so I'm just like, okay, I've actually heard that memes work now. Like, memes are pretty effective in getting people to come to stuff. And
I mean,
I've
if
been
you
doing
use
it.
them
just
correctly.
Yeah, if you use them properly.
I don't want to name drop anyone, but there's a certain community theater that I feel has been using memes terribly.
Who's in charge of it, and how old are they?
I don't remember their name, and I don't know enough about them to say.
All right,
I don't know
that's
their
fair.
name. 19.
I can tell by the quality of memes,
Right.
specifically how old someone is.
19 or 80. I do love. It was like 2 weeks ago. I got an invite from Zach here for his band to do an acoustic show, and I thought it was really bold for the drummer to invite me to his band's acoustic show. Very
Do
bold.
something.
Very bold statement.
You made it work. You
Yeah, it was
Coach the
Dude, the Fine Ivories. I don't know if that's
It was
Fine
good.
Ivories. That's a piano thing. But like,
my favorite part of that night was our '90s cover band.
yeah.
It was short-lived. It lasted 45 seconds. It was
Yeah.
great.
For those that weren't there, it was before the show. That's why.
No one.
Was it Crash Into Me? We were
Real nice.
So it was like
we were kind of like combining 3 or 4
we were
different
playing
bands.
lit for a minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
I think you did the dun 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, and then
God.
I did boom boom, and that was it.
that's-
That was
There's a
Oh,
few
it's-
very confused people there early.
and then I like a cappella go, please tell me why. That was it.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
We had a good
My whole
run,
life.
Zach.
Mhm.
We had a good run.
It's my whole life right there.
What do you feel is the best way to promote podcasts? What is your strategy?
In this market, Facebook,
Yeah.
it's got like 80% adoption rate in this market, which is
Yeah.
bizarre because you go to the rest of the country, it's much more like a 50-50 with like Twitter, and you get a lot more Snapchat. I mean, like Snapchat's growing here, but yeah, it's so heavy Facebook, it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
I feel like
compared
we're
to
always
anywhere else
a
I've
few
worked.
years behind the market, so it's going to take a while for the other
Yeah.
social
Yeah.
medias to really.
Yeah, and I feel like because our age skews a little older, the average age in this community, so, and that's where the Facebook community
Yeah.
is seeing its growth. So.
Mhm.
It also really depends on what the thing is. If
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
like podcast, Facebook makes total sense.
Yep.
Totally.
When if it shows like, as far as comedy shows go, Skylar Bulks hosts bonus round shows, and what he does is he goes downtown and hands out paper bill things.
Awesome.
And says, talks to people about it, because that gets people to the shows.
Talks
Come to
to
this, please.
like-
Like free cigarette rolled up.
like,
and everything.
like those people in meat space.
Yeah. And it actually has, like, there was one show we did where Skylar was in charge of the booking the show, or getting the show ready and stuff, and he was just going downtown, and we got 10, 15 people in the audience just because of that. So it was like, it's crazy how stuff like that works. And I wish I had
do
more
that
time.
more.
I wish I had more
Yeah.
time to go downtown and be like, hey, come check out the show. But I'm also really bad at approaching people, so that's my struggle. So it's like,
I just
I'm
wish I liked
strangers.
people. That would help.
Yeah.
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 A lot.
God.
Yeah, I'm kind of a recluse sometimes.
Well, so I'm like a, in case you guys don't know, I'm like a really cliche cover artist all the time. You know what? It works out for me. I'm very bad at writing music, so I know I'm trying to work on it here and there, but so that's mainly what I do, and so the group of people that I can promote to on social media is almost perfect for that because it's just enough where they don't have to pay attention, but it's like a challenge for me to get them to like stop talking over me and pay attention.
And I feel like
That's
the
the
places
worst.
you prefer.
Look at me!
Right, I go through this big thing every time I get scheduled where it's like a dance, monkey dance kind of thing, and it works though. I enjoy it. I have a good time with it. So.
Robert, do you use quote Flowbots? Look at me, hands in the air. Anyways, why did I point that out? Anyway,
Oh shit! Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's probably where I got that
handlebars.
from. Yep.
Yeah.
No
there it is.
handlebars. No handlebars.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
But anyways, yeah, like where you perform though, it's kind of spots where people are bound to pay attention, so that's a
Yeah.
perfect spot for you to perform.
Yeah,
at.
no,
like,
it's been
like
great.
Been to a one and places like that. So I mean,
It's been great.
and you
to
crush
meet
it. So
Oh, thank you. Got my compliment, guys. I'm out. We'll see you guys later.
So
you
put him down for the
me
rest
and
of the
Corey-
show.
work is done.
We're keeping the
Yeah,
pizza.
you, me, and Corey can do a tour together.
Perfect.
Just
There you
90s covers.
90s cover band. I like it.
It's
I'm down.
it's locked in. We're gonna play in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That's it.
That's just the one. Just the
At
one.
the
All
Folk
of
Fest.
Wyoming.
All of
entire
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
And Montana.
Ooh, yeah.
Just
Some
name the
Idaho in there,
states.
just to throw it in.
Yeah, just
Hitting all the hot
I
spots,
like
you guys.
it,
We're
yeah.
getting everything.
yeah, the trio of greatest states.
Hitting all the hot spots. That's good.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
Sure.
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 I feel like we ran through that
You
one.
covered good ground on that one.
Shorter albums are becoming more popular. Does an album's length matter to you?
I'll talk about that.
I'll
Yeah,
talk about
talk
that.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fast.
for sure.
Now that we're getting into the age of streaming services where you're paying like a subscription for your things and you're not just plunking money down on an album, I don't care as much. Like if
Yeah.
you're chopping out all of the filler content to put in quality songs, I would much rather listen to a 25-minute album of good stuff
Yeah.
than an hour-long album full of filler where I have to go in
Exactly.
and chop it down, put it into a playlist.
Yeah.
I agree with
Makes
that.
sense. I
And
like
it's
that.
actually gotten to a point because there was like 10 year once iTunes and iPods became popular, albums they were throwing bonus tracks on like 5 or 6 at a
Right,
time.
yeah.
And now it's gotten to the point where it's like we can maybe release these bonus tracks later if we feel like
Yeah.
Right, right.
as a
Or-
split or,
Or
something like
if
that.
you're Blink, what you
Yeah.
can do is just release the same album like a year later,
Yeah.
and then put another album on the back of it and just call it the same album. Like a
This
whole
one's
extra
got a
album.
different cover. So
Right.
it's
It's
different.
It's not white, it's black. So
Different.
It's
color.
different. Yeah.
Very different. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
still
very-
costs the same amount of money, but
Yeah.
different.
Bought the same songs twice.
I
Damn
was
it!
stupid enough to buy the album twice.
Oh,
Love that band.
He admitted that on
That's,
air.
that's
That's
recorded.
Yeah.
That's for life now. I love that band too. That's
Actually, I bought it 3 different ways. Oh god.
Oh no.
Vinyl copy.
problem.
I know. I think the vinyl was given away to me though, or I may have bought. I can't remember. Yeah, Xavier Pastrano sold it to Last Stop, and I bought it at Last Stop. The purple vinyl, so that was cool.
Perfect.
And then I bought the CD copy before I was into vinyl, so that was 2 copies.
Right.
And then I bought the original on iTunes, 3, and then the deluxe on iTunes, 4.
Oh wow.
God! Don't come to my house; you'll find a lot of copies in California.
I just bought a music subscription and didn't pay for it. I mean, I paid for that, but I didn't pay for the album.
Yeah.
Not even 3 times.
I count my life days before Spotify and days after Spotify.
Yeah.
It was life changing. It's like, oh, I have to go out of my way to find the music I want to listen to. I have to download things, rip CDs.
Yeah.
Now it's so easy and I love it.
Do you also break that down into before Spotify Premium and after Spotify
Yes,
Premium?
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it was before Spotify Premium was Pandora non-premium. So it was like going from
Yeah.
really cheap gas station bread to like, oh, homemade. Yeah.
Perfect.
I wanted to listen to Sam Cooke radio. Why is Bruno Mars playing?
Oh, God.
Why is Spotify so mean on your phone and so kind on your computer?
There is a difference.
Yeah.
There
When
is
you
such
don't
a
pay
difference.
for Spotify and you get it on your computer, it's like, what song do you want to hear? I'll play it for you, sure. And then you get on your phone and it's like, ha, nope.
My favorite is
You want to listen to the genre
Here's the
shuffled?
worst song on the album.
my favorite is when I'm hanging out with friends and I want to pull up a song that I want to show them on Spotify on my phone, but it's like, here guys, check this out.
You can't hear it. But
You heard this band called Lit?
That's all it plays.
Oh, it's so lit.
Perfect.
It is
I-
illuminated.
They were aware of themselves before the term lit. They were aware of they were.
I think they coined it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think albums are better now
Yeah.
because of the internet age, because before they were trying to give you more to like incentivize you to buy things.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
So now albums are like more cohesive instead of trying to throw a bunch of, like you were saying, like there used to be a handful of bonus tracks all the time. Now it's not really like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like splits versus or EPs versus full lengths. It's
That's the
really,
reason why
it's
you
re-
add
it-
extra tracks.
yeah,
in.
it's really subjective, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
And it's so, I mean, you can drop a single anytime and you're going to be at the top of the YouTube trending list and people are going to hear it. So, I mean, you can constantly put out new music without having to put out a full album.
So Gambino's set for a while.
Perfect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just keep releasing a track or two and just
This
be
is
like,
This is America. This is British Columbia.
This is my 3-season patio.
I just want to go to a history class where it's exclusively that. Every day you learn about a new country.
And instead of
But they do it in rap.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Instead
Oh,
of don't
God.
catch you slipping up, it's don't catch you slipping down, don't catch you slipping north, don't catch you slipping south. For those of you unaware, that song, he goes, don't catch you slipping up a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frequently.
Yeah. And then people go, whoa! It's a great song.
It was very, like,
I love the song.
that was very
actually.
Bob
fantastic
Dylan-esque.
Hey!
I've never heard Childish Gambino before.
Really?
Never. No.
That surprises me.
I
That
only
really surprises me.
I only listen to underground Southern rap. And that's,
Okay.
that's less of a joke and more of a
Yeah,
reality.
this is
No.
this is the divide
So you mean-
between he and I. Like I can't get into the 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, I can't do that kind of stuff. It's just not
So
for
you
me.
mean that you only listen to that in regards to rap or like overall? Like that's the only music you listen to?
I mean, like as of lately, overall, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, no,
Okay.
like as far as rap goes, like I pretty much avoid a lot of things.
I go the frat guy in high school route. I like Biggie and Tupac.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like that. And
Wait.
I do like Tribe Called Quest.
How do you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
about Eminem?
I like Eminem.
If you're the frat guy from college, how do you feel about Eminem?
If I'm a frat guy in college,
Yeah.
I don't want to be alive.
That's fair. Yeah.
Have you retained every bottle of liquor that you've drank above your bed on a shelf?
I had bottles of
But
water
I filled
in
it with
Ciroc
like
bottles.
colored water, and then like
Yeah.
it started to mold like in the third semester. So then I had to get rid of it because the girlfriend was all like, "What the hell?" Yeah.
I just put water in bottles of Smirnoff Kiss Caramel and said, "Hey, this is water." I wanted to look cool. I'm like, hey, you guys want a shot? It's just water.
I used to live with a guy that had like $200 bottles of liquor across the cabinet that didn't drink, and he'd just say, "Oh, it's for profiling purposes." Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why do you have $1,000 worth of booze you're never gonna drink? Like, I don't understand.
What are you profiling?
This is what he'd say. I don't know.
Is this for like when CSI finally raids his place and finds all his like serial killer implements under the counter?
I think it's
Well, at
when
least
it gets,
he's got good taste in liquor.
when
Exactly.
he gets audited. They're like, oh, that's what he's spending his money. on.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
we get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So albums, yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, I think it's good that they trimmed the fat now. That's kind of
Mm.
it's like all of the albums Kanye's released
could
this
be
year.
more
They're all
trimming.
like 7 tracks,
Yep.
and I like that.
I do too. I'm
So even if the album's a
Tired
waste
of
of time, at
filler.
least it's only 25 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
exactly. I'd rather waste 25 minutes on an album than listening to
An hour
to
and a
film.
half
Yeah.
for-
See, we brought that full circle.
Right.
Back.
Yeah.
We did it.
Do you think the little guy can hope to make money though with that kind of model? Where, I mean, you're basically admitting here that nobody buys an album anymore. They're just doing a streaming service. So if you're like a small band and you're like trying to sell your CDs or something like that, I mean,
Anybody's
I-
making money on that model.
I
Yeah.
buy vinyl though. I buy vinyl all the time.
Right.
That's my main.
Okay.
The small guy can't necessarily afford to press vinyl, though.
Exactly.
I mean, we're talking about like if you want 500 copies of a
between.
7-inch, it's $1,000.
Oh sure.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's tough,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you wait 6 months.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
is it any harder to break into that from that small market into the middle fish market than it was back in the day? Because you're still looking at trying to get radio time, trying to get
It just
so
it
many-
just continues to suffer.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
it's always been
Suck
hard for the
then.
little guy.
Still sucks.
I know some it was easier for artists to break out and get bigger 20 years ago because you could rely on a single for like 2 years and you could just tour off that album. You could do like tour dates a week and then just chill the rest of the week and then like
Well, that's like another thing that ties into the last thing we talked about. The internet's a lot of static.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's everybody trying.
so much noise.
Right, everyone's
Yeah.
trying the same thing at the same time, taking the same approaches.
As a podcaster, I would have no idea what that's like. Fucking cereal.
No, and it kind of blends into going out and playing shows because I think that's how everybody makes money in the industry now is actually going out and playing shows, and so
Yeah.
you don't get to do these things as a band where you go out and play maybe twice a week,
Yeah.
have really crushing shows. Now you're pressed to do it every night for like 3 weeks straight,
Yeah.
and then the quality of your shows are going to go down, and
Yeah.
that's kind of awful too. So
Yeah. Next topic.
yes,
Yeah.
Another
Now
one
that we're
bummed out.
thoroughly, yeah.
Now that we're all
Yeah.
bummed out.
Was it my turn?
Aw,
Okay.
We're never gonna make
It's the comedy show.
Ah!
Oh. Price decline. Just kidding.
Just waiting all night. For
On
this.
what? Favorite music producer?
What?
Oh,
I'll talk about
we'll
that.
talk about
it's a little
that.
different.
All right.
It may be a shorter one because it's
I have no opinion.
songwriter or producer's favorite songwriter.
Oh, song.
Okay,
Okay.
we were doing that.
Producer mainly is who produces the albums,
Yeah.
but
Sure.
talk about that briefly and then.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right. If you want to go songwriter route too, you can do that too.
I might have to.
cool.
Yeah. I'll start. I like Jerry Finn
Right on. Cool.
because he
cool.
produced a lot of my favorite pop punk albums in the early mid thousands.
For the uninitiated,
Yep.
throw it
I'll
up
throw
your
out
name.
albums he
Okay.
produced.
Yep.
Pretty much Blink-182's Golden Age. He
Oh,
produced
shit.
all
Okay.
their, like Enema of the State,
Take off your pants.
Jacket,
That's
self-titled,
the best one.
and he produced Alkaline Trio's three, in my opinion, three
Oh.
best albums.
I'll give you the most generic answer I could give you in Steve Albini. Just like,
Oh yeah,
Albini,
just-
yep.
yeah.
he's great.
I feel like I talked about that for like 2 hours the other day when I was half asleep driving home from Minneapolis. And just like, Steve Albini, it's the man. Let me tell you why for 2 hours when I'm half asleep.
He produced Nirvana's In Utero and
Yep.
didn't want royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He refused.
Someone was
Accept-
telling me
crazy.
that's his model overall, though. He's like,
Yeah.
here's the price and here's what it is, and he's like all about trying to capture the live sound.
Yeah.
And like more modern producer, maybe like Sam Pura. You probably never heard of him. He does like a lot of like like a lot of noisy punk stuff. Like,
I know September, yeah.
yeah, it's just like was in and does heavy low stuff, and like he did the first Citizen record, so a little bit more underground stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
My apologies, but on behalf of the listeners, where's Waldo? There he is!
We did it.
Sorry, they
I
asked.
knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It's like, I'm not gonna wear black today like every other day.
That'll teach you.
I'm gonna go with I think David Foster, because he's the reason we have Josh Groban.
Oh, there you go.
So
Our blessed Josh Groban.
yes.
Yeah. Trying to think of modern pop producers now. Like Butch Walker is great.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
He's pretty responsible for a lot of huge pop rock hits the last 20 years. Like Bowling for Soup, a lot of their hits, Pink, and all that's Weezer. Pretty sure he did Panic at the Disco too. A lot of pop stuff, and I'm just like, damn, he's crushing it. Yeah.
Can I say DJ Khaled just for how much of a meme he is?
DJ Khaled.
You always know when he's on. Yeah.
Oh, he performed at the Overwatch League Grand Finals.
Yeah,
this
that
past
was
weekend.
Wait, he
that was
performed?
ridiculous.
Performed.
Okay.
He was basically just hyping himself up, playing tracks that he's produced, and it
God, what a life.
was one of the
I'm in the
worst
wrong
things I've
business,
ever
you
read.
guys.
I feel like that guy's Snapchat is more entertaining than his music.
It's like this dude just walking around like living the dream, and you're like,
What does
how
he
is
do?
DJ Khaled doing all this stuff? Like he's going to all these cool parties,
With
hanging
a
out with all
small
these pretty
loan
women
from his
and
dad
doing
for $1
stuff.
million.
by his millionaire dad's bootstraps.
Small loans.
All he does is win. No matter what.
On the end of it though, best producer all time, Rick Rubin.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'd say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone like got mad at me about that the other day. I'm like, oh, I just, if I could just reach that level in life, like that's the goal. And then
Again.
I was like, fuck Rick Rubin, man.
Yeah.
Second half
Can I
of
say
Josh
that
Groban's
on-
career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No sense.
Fucking
Yeah, for that.
Cool.
Where would we be without the Reuben sandwich?
Someone, however, would probably be like, you know what? He also. Someone also. Oh man. Someone also say, yeah, but Rick Rubin produced Weezer's Make Believe, and we all know how that turned out. Like,
I love that album.
That's a great album.
Don't care. I love that. It has. People complain about that album so much, but
Yeah.
like that was the one that came out when I was really getting into music, and like,
Yeah.
oh, Weezer's really cool, and then Make Believe came out. I'm like, oh wow, I like this. This
Yeah.
is really good.
Perfect
and then 10
situation
years
is
later,
something.
I've
Yeah.
been told like, no, that album shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel
my
like
feelings.
the only reason they put out Hurley was so they could be like, no, we can do much worse.
Oh, you think that was bad?
Yeah.
Let me show you.
I love how Pitchfork gave Make Believe a 0.3 out of 10.
Is that good?
Yeah, they like intentionally made up a number like on their rating system to give it instead of like a 0.3 out of 10 because they hated it so much.
So high score? So what does high score mean?
Well,
Did I break it?
they when they review albums, they have a scale on like
No.
yeah, and then for some reason they felt this one was so bad and was bad enough that they're like, you know what, we're gonna make them a number and put it like a weird decibel number.
I follow the front man of that band on Twitter, and he is loopy. He's a loopy dude.
Rivers.
I'm not sure what his deal is.
I love Weezer as a band, but they have no stage presence on stage.
Really?
None. Like
Kinda just parking
absolutely.
That's true. I did see that.
Yeah, they just stand and play. They're talented musicians, don't get me wrong, but they literally don't move around. And when there's time between songs, Rivers just goes, South Dakota, we in it.
If I was in Brandon, South Dakota, I wouldn't be very excited either.
It's fair.
I feel like he's the epitome of that weird nerdy guy. Like he's just the cream of the crop, like the weird nerdy guy. So if you put him in front of thousands and thousands of people, what are you gonna do? He's gonna stand there and be weird and nerdy. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Did you
kinda
see
what's
that?
expected.
Did you see that since they covered Africa, that now it's going full circle and they're covering Hash Pipe now? Toto is.
Really?
No
that's
way.
Yeah, that's a
Oh yeah,
That's a thing.
Oh,
I
man.
like that.
Can we find that? I want to hear that.
It's not out yet. They were talking about it the other day. It's like it's recorded, but
All right,
it's
we're gonna
not.
pause this and come back when that's
Yeah.
released.
And
Yeah,
see
we
if
got
it's,
that.
Yeah.
So apparently Rivers has a formula on how to write successful, where he looks at successful pop songs and figures out formulas, and that's how the Green Album came about. Is he just like kept researching?
And that's
pop
the last
rock.
time the formula worked.
I'm like, why hasn't he done that for the last 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have glitter on your face?
Yeah, I got glitter bombed at Tommy Jack's last night. Lot of
Sorry,
fun.
man.
Yeah. Everyone was, so it was not just me. I wasn't. They were
Everyone
like,
was sorry.
You!
Everyone was sorry.
Like,
Oh, Zach Dresch, have we got a surprise?
Zach, come over in the corner here. I got something for you. And then just... So yeah, glitter bomb.
You know, just wanted to make sure that you weren't in Scarlet's or anything.
No, I don't
Just
do
like
that.
half an hour ago.
Sorry, I'm 20 minutes late, guys.
Stop, Jesus.
This ain't even my whole day.
Ran a little long.
Where
Sorry.
do you think I'm going after this? Should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
It's getting weird.
Yeah.
It got weird.
IPAs are not the pumpkin spice lattes of white men. A stance for integrity.
I like this one.
Pass.
I'll talk about
Yeah,
this.
I will talk
I
about
like
this.
this.
Can you reread it?
Okay.
IPAs are not the pumpkin spice lattes of white men. A stance for integrity.
I would like to approach this right away. Are we hot on this mic here?
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. That's good for me.
See, for me, it's one of those things that since I work in a liquor store, I see most guys or quote unquote white men going, "What are your IPA selections like?" They're always that's like the number one question.
Yeah.
What IPAs you got and what sours you got? Those are the top two. I'm like, you ever heard of Porter's? Like,
Well, I mean, it's like when it's 100 degrees out, you're not thinking, I want a nice
Yeah,
Russian stout right now. Like, you gotta go for something that's a little bit lighter and a little bit more refreshing.
I get it, yeah. But I'm more of a fan of that Russian style.
I enjoy an IPA. The like culture around it is obnoxious. So I usually don't. I don't ask those questions.
Beer
Like,
snobs?
what are you? Yeah, like what are your IPAs? Just do you have an IPA? Can I have one? Whatever. It's probably gonna be fine.
It's always interesting picking beer snobs' brains, though, because like we have our growler system, and so I'll give them the sample of the beer, and they'll be like, "Where's this from?" I'm like, "Oh, it's from Lincoln, Nebraska." "Oh, right, of course."
I can tell the dirt.
Yeah, that's the soil.
It
Yeah,
is very corny. Yes.
What's this off of? The delivery truck. And this one? The delivery truck.
Right.
Was shipped through the air for 20 miles, and then on the ground for 20 miles, and then underground for the rest of the time.
See, with this one, they have consecutive men that just throw each can to each other, and that's how it's
And
delivered.
then kept in Tony's basement for 2 weeks. And then brought to Jaime. That gives it that
It gets
taste.
that nice ferment going.
It sat in the semi-trailer in the sun for 3 days.
And the refrigerator broke, so it was just...
What gives this microbrew its unique bouquet is that they still haven't figured out how the hell to get that rat out of the filter between the fermenters, because it's like up in there with wire or something. You just can't do it.
How did he get in there in the first place?
We don't know.
That's the real question,
That's the
isn't
real
it?
question.
Isn't it?
Don't be alarmed. Tony kept close watch. Tony is his name. It's just sounds like a Tony would watch beer. I don't know. Like, you got any Tonys watching or listening right now?
It's the secret to our brewery. We have a Tony here during every shift to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
That's the secret. All breweries must have a
Head
brew
Tony. A head Tony.
We
I like
lost all Tonys on this.
Had to shut it down. Had to shut
massive
had to shut the brewery
demographic
down.
in the microbrew world that we've just shut down.
How do you feel about Antonios then? Are they like an equal replacement, or is it
Yeah.
like 3/4?
I feel like you could let them in, but they have to be called Tony during the time. You got your
can't
lady
call him
Tonys,
Antonio.
your dude Tonys. You can't call him Antonio.
So if you call him Antonio, someone's legs are getting
Exactly.
broken.
Oh my.
It's like swim with the fishes.
We're not making tequila
What's
here.
your IPA selection like?
Have you heard our new Belgian Voodoo Tony IPA?
This is a double Tony. We have 2 on.
This is the double Tony.
And then one of the cases covers just him going. Like, it's the
Each case comes with a free pair of cargo shorts.
and then he's drinking. I'm like, this is the life.
I just don't like IPAs. They taste like they were brewed inside an Urban Outfitters.
Someone Nate is just crying. I hope he's watching. Nate, if you're watching, I tried.
Oh,
It's
God.
the beer for bragging at a barbecue to your brother-in-law about your Roth IRA.
It so is, though, isn't it? God.
I just don't understand why people have to be smug about their alcoholism. Does it make a
It's craft beer. It's fine.
If you want to drink grape Smirnoff, go for it, man. I don't need to hear about it.
And that exists.
I kind of do now.
I did.
That sounds good.
Didn't they bring back Zima?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Still better than an IPA.
And since we're sponsored by them, I've got a 6-pack.
yeah, the two most popular of those types of beers are Zima and White Claw right now.
White Claw, my God.
It's
Seltzer.
like that
It's like
canned seltzer.
less calories, so that everyone's
It's the
all
stuff
about
I
it.
bought and it sat in the fridge for 6 months.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Everyone goes, so you got White Claw? I'm like, oh, sorry, we're out for the weekend. That's the sound they make. Oh, yesterday, I have a story. I was stocking the shelves in the cooler, and some guy goes, you got pineapple Rita in bottles? And I'm like, no,
Why?
we don't. No, we don't. He goes, you call yourself a liquor store? And he goes, and I'm like, why do you not have it? And I go, probably, I don't know, or salesman or something. He goes, lousy salesman, and just walks out. I'm like, damn.
And that was the only guy that's ever asked for that.
Yeah. And then I walked out and talked to my coworkers, and they're
out of
like,
a bottle.
yeah. I talked to my coworkers, and they're like, oh yeah, he asked us about the pineapple Rita too, and gave us the same response.
Jesus.
I'm like,
Because your answer wasn't good enough.
no.
I've never understood that going around from employee to
my
employee
God.
to ask the same question. Like
Yeah.
somehow miraculously they're just gonna have it
Oh
stop.
God! Or asking for a supervisor when it's just like
Yeah.
the supervisor's just gonna turn around to the guy that actually does the thing and be like, "Can you do the thing for him?" Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I just like being able to lay the card. I am the super.
Yeah, it just sorry.
That's the best part.
I'm the supervisor.
Just get their little key and just.
Well, you couldn't tell by the haven't showered in 5 days and look like I got hit by a semi, but I am in fact the super.
I'm in charge of something.
I'm in charge of this shit show.
Give me my pineapple Rita.
He passed the test. Give him the pineapple Rita we're hiding.
We only give it to people who ask 5 or more employees. 4, you're out the door. 5,
You got it.
I've had a couple days ago too. I walked up to some guy. He looked like he was lost or something. Like, can I help you find something? He goes, ha! And then walks away. What did I say?
Like I don't know my way around a liquor store. Fuck you.
Oh
God.
It's like, did he have a thought in his head at the same time that I asked him a question, or like, I don't know what happened there.
I just thought of a really funny thing. Ha! Ha! Oh, were you talking to me? Sorry.
You have Jim Beam? I don't know.
I'm so low.
You call yourself a liquor store?
I said good day, sir.
Hey, foreshadowing. Can you fill that with Cypress Hill related questions for the next podcast?
Today on the special edition.
Do you think Insane in the Brain is a psychological song? Is it a metaphor for getting your health checked? Mental health checked.
Do you think that you want to live large, big heart, a big house, nice cars? Growing up in the world, don't trust nobody. Gotta look over your shoulder constantly. Constantly.
For those
Amen.
unaware, that was those were 2 Cypress Hill songs. Next topic.
Let's keep this gravy train rolling.
That's what I'm here
Awesome.
for. I have the talent to totally fucking murder a topic, just smother that fucker in the bed.
We gotta get through the jar somehow, you know?
Yeah.
We can't just...
Any bands that you feel have a flawless discography?
Ooh.
I talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, could do that. Well, you seem more excited about anybody to go at it. So
I'm gonna say Alkaline Trio. I'm biased, but it's 90%.
Didn't they have that one record that was on Victory though? It's got that Old School Reason song on it. What album's that one?
Oh, that's the B-sides album.
Okay, that one doesn't count then. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that one's kind of iffy.
Yeah, that was just B-sides.
Perfect, perfect.
I just, well, I guess one of their albums isn't in it. It's like 90%. Most bands for me, it's 90%. There's like one album that's just not for me. And then like the rest, it's just
I
like...
feel like most bands for me are, I latch onto the one album that's
Yeah, and then the rest
and
are just
everything
like...
else is just like, this is just not as good.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Jimmy Eat World is pretty damn consistent for me.
It's really hard to top Clarity.
Yeah.
And then, actually, they're all really good.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah, I'll agree with you on
So
that.
even
one.
if it's not amazing, it's still damn good.
Yeah,
for them.
they're all really good.
Yeah.
I would have to say the most popular band that has no problematic music at all would be Fall Out Boy, right? Straight through, fantastic,
Well,
banger
yeah, 'cause
after
they-
banger.
They
Mania,
stopped
yeah.
immediately after Cork Trees.
Right,
That was
yeah.
the last album they ever did. So yeah, they
Because
did
Pete Wentz
really
had that
well.
car accident.
They have to keep putting out bad albums so you appreciate Corkscrew so much more. That's what it is. It isn't even actually music.
Jesus. And they they just announced they're releasing all the albums on vinyl in one box set.
I saw
like,
that.
Like, can you take the last 3 albums?
Like, cut it in
I'll
half.
pay more if you don't send me the other two.
Yeah, if you get me Take Us to Your Grave up to Fully Do, I will take that. But
There
then
you go.
after that, like,
Yeah.
just don't.
Are they releasing it with Evening Out with Your Girlfriend?
No, I
Oh,
wish though.
Come on.
That sucks.
Yeah, that album is it's
Yeah.
a treat to listen to.
It is.
Yeah, I like that album.
I think for me, not band per se, but artist, but John Bellion. I have never skipped a John Bellion song. Like I mean, there are songs I like more than others, but I mean, just I think he started strong and he's continuing to grow as an artist. And I so far I think everything he's produced has just been fantastic.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's easier when bands only have a couple albums and they break up. So there are bands I'm like, arguably they have a
Yeah.
good discography, but they only have 2 albums.
Nirvana.
I was just
Nirvana,
immediately
I was gonna
like
say that too.
non-listing every single like one album band. I'm like, the whole discography's great. That one album's awesome.
Yeah.
Postal Service, man. That's
There you go. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
great discography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nirvana works though. I like
Nirvana is one of those that,
It's, yeah.
And they still
Although-
have a good
They had
amount.
3, right?
yeah, 3. And
mean,
I wasn't as big.
Incesticide.
Bleach was
I
too
think
raw
that's-
for me though.
is that
Bleach was a
Bleach?
little
Really?
too raw. I liked Bleach,
I like
but it's a
Bleach.
little too
Bleach is
raw
my
for me.
favorite.
I don't know why.
I love it.
Nevermind's my favorite, but
fair.
Whose isn't?
That's
I mean,
good.
That's
It's very good.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people that will say Bleach is better than Nevermind.
You know, I
Are you one of those people?
Yeah. I like my grunge raw.
I like
Yeah.
I like Incesticide the most.
I do
Sure,
too.
yeah.
Then I don't know.
I like
Probably not allowed to pick it, but brand new. Every album's really good. Like they
That's-
don't,
yeah.
they don't exist now, but yeah.
No, but they had how many though? They had five, because they had that EP that came out.
Yeah, but
with
like-
I will
the
say
woman in the field.
with Brand New, they took their time with each album. Like they weren't
Yeah.
horsing around. They were like
No
they scrapped
filler.
several
No filler,
albums. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
The front bottoms I actually enjoy pretty
I'd
much
say,
front to
yeah.
back.
It's like
Pretty
all
front to
really,
back.
really solid up until the last album.
I don't
just can't-
Which one?
most of
Going
the
Gray.
back
I
half.
can't
Going
get
Gray, yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
really, really solid.
Going Gray is very cloudy beach songs for like an hour and a half, and that's a lot of cloudy beach for one day.
See, I liked Back on Top because it was a progression, but it still retained that front bottom
It
sound
did.
to it.
Right.
But the new one, it kind of just very, very.
The major
different.
labels sunk their claws into it.
Yeah.
You can tell there's something different.
A lot of people will defend Paramore for having a flawless discography too, but it
I really
depends on
haven't
your
kept up.
style preference
I
though.
haven't kept up.
That new
I've heard the
album's like
singles.
the best one.
Yeah,
It's really good.
What's
Yeah.
the problematic album with them though?
it's just changing the style.
I
Like the new
guess.
one, everyone, it's half and half. Like people,
because it's not.
I can
not,
see that.
It's not as emo or
Sure.
pop
Yeah.
punk. It's more new wave synth
I
pop.
say because
They're
what
like
it was
40
Riot
now,
and then
so-
the-
Yeah. Well, Haley's only 28.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
When she started Paramore, she was like 15 or 16.
Is she
Yeah.
the only original member?
No, Zach Farrell, the drummer, is still there. He just came back. to
Yeah,
the band.
he left and came
and then,
back. Right?
and then one of the rhythm guitarists started writing all the songs with Haley now. So like the last 2 albums, he's been writing the songs with her,
Okay.
and so he's written most of their hits the last couple albums.
Fair
but
enough.
the main Josh Farrow has not been in the band for like 10 years now at this point. So,
yeah, because it was what Riot and then like Brand New Eyes,
which is my favorite. Brand New Eyes is
I
my
like Brand New
personal
Eyes.
favorite.
And then did it go right into the
Self-titled.
self-titled? So they only had what 4, 5?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah,
There's
so
one before
there's
all of
one,
that
yeah.
too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Everything's falling, something like that.
Oh,
All we
yeah,
know
yeah,
is
yeah,
Falling.
All we know is
Yep.
falling.
So the first 3
like that
albums
one, too.
was the core 5, and then that's when it
Oh,
broke off after that.
Motion City, flawless discography.
Oh yeah, Motion City.
That's for damn sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's funny. The last two Motion City albums took me a lot longer to appreciate because at the time Go came out, it was a slower, more moderate tempoed album, and I was wanting more energy.
Yeah, you want more emotion.
Yeah, and then the album that came after that was like that, and I didn't want that. I was like, what is wrong with me? I wanted a more mature, Go album, and then
Right.
But I love all 6 albums at this point. They're one of those bands that did take their time and made sure everything was solid. And the 2 albums with Mark Hoppus are my personal favorites that they produced. But
Of course.
Why wouldn't they? So my band had a show last weekend, and we played "I'd Do Anything" by Simple Plan.
Yeah.
You know, because we're like '90s pop punk trash. Basically, that's the.
Aren't we all?
So the bass line gets super wild and crazy at the end. And when the guy in my band was trying to learn it, he didn't know that Mark Hoppus was on that song.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that explains it then, because it's literally it's all over the place. If you haven't heard it, you need to have a peek at that because it's wild.
It's one of those things I like the first Simple Plan album, maybe the second, but it's more of a guilty pleasure. I can't listen to it and be like, yeah.
Well, the world knows now.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
So,
Do you think breaking down? I just saw them at Warped Tour, and it hit me a little bit in the heart. I'm like, I remember these songs and crying in my room.
How could this happen to me?
Cause we lost it all.
I did do that. I did perfect for a lip sync battle at USF, and I got first place. Humble brag.
What, 3 years in a row?
Yeah, we did.
Everyone was like, Zach, graduate already.
I got really into it.
At least pick a new song. My God.
They said pick 3. I picked 4 because I always assumed I'd win. I was a dick.
Oh, that's good.
It was fun. It was a good time. I think the other ones I did Roses by Outkast. That was fun to lip sync.
That's pretty
I
great.
did both, Caroline. And it was that was fun for me.
It's like a one-man show.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's
Any
good.
other bands you can think of that have flawless?
I can think of a lot that have terrible discographies. So.
Weezer, front to back.
No messes in that one.
Nope.
No,
Nailed it.
no
Time after
cluster
time.
F's.
Because again, they stopped right after the Green album.
Exactly.
Right.
They just stopped making
There's
And
it.
Maladroit was a B-sides thing. Yeah. I like Maladroit too. I love Maladroit.
There's someone out there that's make believe's the best record, and they're just stewing right now.
Red album for days.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
boy.
couple there.
Gratitude.
I actually kind of like Gratitude. I'm gonna say.
I didn't mind
straight
it.
up.
Because
They face value. They said this is going to be a dumb pop rock album. It's simple, with a
So
put a
much
dog on the cover.
Respect for you, Zax.
What?
Gratitude was a good album.
Gratitude. Was,
See, I'm not going to put it on a best of list at all. But it's just fun surface level pop rock.
Gratitude appealed to me as a third grade pop rock fan. You know, when I was that age, I would have been all over that album.
I will say, if
just
you're
didn't
wondering
catch
if I
on
Want You
time.
To, I Want You To is a great song.
That's a jam.
that song.
That's fair.
However, Can't Stop Partying is not. Rivers is we should put Lil Wayne on this song. Just put Lil Wayne. And then I saw...
Why wasn't one guy and we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
And I saw Weezer on the Gratitude tour, and they played Can't Stop Partying. I'm like, of course you... Of course
Of course you did.
But yeah. So I can think of... Any of you guys think of...
I'm good.
Yeah.
That's it.
New topic?
Bring
Tom
on the
Waits.
next.
Tom Waits. Ooh, God.
Guilty pleasure artists.
Ooh.
I could go on.
I like this one.
I'll go
yeah,
to
pass.
I can
Pass.
talk about
Pass.
this. I can talk about this.
Trying to think off the top of my head. Alanis Morissette.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
I
just a pleasure. That's not even.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just.
valid. That's valid.
Every
Living in
pop
the
punk
90s.
band from 2005 until now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All of them.
All of this.
Everything Victory Records ever put out. All of it.
Story so far, I get kind of.
No, I love the story so
Yes.
far. Though.
Yeah.
That's a good band.
I do point out, though. I like to point out that the singer only sings 2 notes. It's more of a. I
true.
know where you've been. Don't call me Fred.
Yep.
Yeah. Chugga chugga. Like that kind of.
He does that part.
I wear
very true.
backwards caps. I'm so kick ass. Like that kind of.
can't quite hit it here when I sing one.
Yeah. Lou Bega. Oh.
Wow.
Erica, yes. Lou Bega is a kill too.
Blue big. Oh god. Man, I'm having a hard time with this.
Simple Plan probably would be.
Does Angels and Airwaves count?
I would say guilty
Yes.
pleasure for that. Yeah.
Counts, right?
Because like,
We're gonna get roped into buying an Alien book soon.
yeah. Just
I
to buy
already
the
have
books.
3.
We just recorded an episode of my paranormal podcast that's all about Tom DeLonge and
Really?
and his To the Stars Academy and his connections
Yeah.
to like the NSA and like paranormal investigations and stuff like that. We did a whole episode
Oh,
about
wow.
it.
So I went in an escape room 3 weeks ago.
Did you
That
go
was
out?
an area. That was like an alien one.
I'll leave.
So. Anyway, I went to an escape room that was an alien theme, so I'm basically the same amount of qualified for that.
But the crazy shit about that though is we went through it on the episode and like his fucking like board of directors, it's all just like worked with the NSA for like 30 years and invented like single-handedly invented stealth technology, or is like NASA's top theoretical physicist, and just like the resumes are like holy shit, you know.
Blink 182.
Yeah, it is because he's the president and
Yep,
CEO,
he
so
is,
it's just
yeah.
like, and then Blink 182 has sold millions of albums across the world.
So
watching.
no, that's my other half, and she's a lot prettier than I am. She posted the alien thing.
Oh, perfect.
Hi.
Did you guys watch the Joe Rogan podcast with Tom DeLonge?
Why
It's
would
the
we
most
watch a Joe Rogan
cringeworthy-
podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Back up.
It was part of the research for that episode.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Joe is like, even Joe is like, I'm not buying this. Like, Tom keeps saying, oh, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. I'm not getting into that. Well, let's talk about To the Stars a little bit.
I like your Tom. That's pretty good.
Oh, if you watch his Pursuit of Tone documentary where he's...
Oh, I've tried to. I can't
It's
do it.
hilarious. Like, I was backstage with Liam Gallagher of Oasis, and he goes, "You guys are the best band in America." And I'm like, "You like us?" He said, "I didn't say that, but you're the best band in America." He talks in this voice, and just like, we should go surfing in San Diego. It was so rad. And I was just like, Descendants are my band and all, like the best bands. Like this, he talks like that.
Talks
shit.
like he sells shoes at Journeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
that's true.
exaggerating the accent a little bit, but it's still...
I don't
Not
think
that
you
much.
are.
No,
It's not that
like,
much. No,
it's...
it's
No.
not.
And then he's like going through all like the way he backstep and sideswipe insults Mark and Travis, like because he talks about why he was let go from Blake this most recent time. As well as he's like, I'm kind of, there are some people that
Good start.
like to make a career off their legacy, and he thinks that Mark and Travis are just kind of cashing in. Even though that's what Tom was doing the entire time, making money off Blink shows to fund his alien shit.
Most people
Like-
are pissed when they get fired from their job, so
Right,
there you
yeah.
go.
So he's, yeah.
Makes sense.
He thinks he's evolving more than them. And it's one of those things like, your music has declined in quality the last 15 years. It's like...
Didn't he release a solo album?
Yeah, it was demos.
Was it good?
No.
That's kind of what I thought.
One
All right.
track off it was good. It sounded kind of like Boxcar Racer, which was cool.
Oh, I missed Boxcar
I mixed
Racer.
Boxcar Racer. Yeah. But other than that, the rest of the album was just kind of like...
Sure.
Yeah.
We only got the one Boxcar album, right?
Just
Yeah, I
one.
think
Just
so.
the one?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And then Plus 44 got one album too.
I'm just glad Blink's still releasing tour dates, so I can still be disappointed when they cancel them.
Yeah. Do you, like, what percentage do you think that Council Bluff show is going to happen? Like
60-40.
60-40? Yeah. Like,
60-40.
let's see State Champs do the... No! Oh, it's Story So Far. Sorry, my bad.
Same band.
Same
Okay.
band. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any, like, newer pop punk bands that you like a lot? Like, there's a couple that I'm kind of
all the ones that put out good albums are like bands that used to be bands that like came back.
Yeah.
Like that Hot Water Music album that came out a couple years ago. The new Early November album's pretty good. It's not
Yeah.
new. It's like last year, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been getting really into Knuckle Puck.
Yeah,
I like some
I
of
did
Knuckle
like
Puck
them. I did like them.
Microwave is
Mhm.
That
my
band's
exception.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
Microwave's
band is great.
And then Tiny Moving Parts is obviously
Yeah, they're blowing up.
Exceptional.
They're going to
Yeah.
like someone told me they're going to like Asia in like a
Jeez.
like headlining in Asia like next month.
jeez. Well,
It's-
those are two exceptions for me. And there's a lot of like you kind of have to do some digging, I guess, but it's just like one of those things that a lot of them like I can't get into Story So Far anymore. I used to like them like 6 years ago.
Right,
It
right.
just kind of I don't know. It just didn't do it for me anymore.
Right.
Same song.
Over and over.
It's just that we have reached a cap.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, a lot of the artists that I love did the same thing. Like when I was in high school, but it was high school, so it's different for me. I'm more biased in justifying that. But then a lot of these bands are doing the same thing. It's like, well, I know they suck now. I don't know. But yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Other guilty pleasures.
Oh, that's the topic.
That's the topic.
Right. Right.
I'll go on a K-pop streak every once in a while.
K-pop.
There's nothing wrong
BTS.
with that.
BTS.
Oh, baby metal. Baby metal.
Baby
Yeah.
metal, yeah.
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 I don't know if that's guilty. I'll shout that. I'll shout that I like baby metal.
It's not really a guilty pleasure, but I listen to more vaporwave than anyone should ever listen to ever.
It's become my life at this point.
I've been listening to a lot of mid-thousands piano rock lately,
There you go.
like Keen.
Okay.
Oh
and
my.
yeah,
And
Keen.
the Fray.
and the Fray. I like
Yep.
some Fray
The
stuff.
Fray would be.
I fuck with the Fray.
piano rock.
There you go.
Lost and insecure. Yeah. I could do that.
What happened to that band?
Jazz Fest.
Oh,
upset.
no.
You're about as relevant as that is.
We should just go to the next topic.
Next
We should-
topic.
Yeah, we should leave it at that.
That's the
That
quality
was
content
fun.
we're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Would you own a PT Cruiser?
I almost did. I almost
Okay.
bought Zach's PT Cruiser.
Stefan and I had a brief period of time where Stefan and his girlfriend were contemplating buying a PT Cruiser.
Mhm.
So
We didn't, so no, I wouldn't own
No.
a PT Cruiser.
So pass on, fail on this one. Just
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
I think
That's failed.
it.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
Good enough.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
enough
have an
for that
opinion
one.
about a PT Cruiser. So.
That was perfect for that.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that one.
Right.
One piece of advice you would give to someone just starting out in show business.
Give up.
If you're my competition, I will fucking destroy you.
Pass.
Yeah, you
Pass.
I could pass this one.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna.
I guess show
contemplate my
business is a
one.
little Vegas-y, but like entertaining.
Just like
The
broad.
biz.
Just
Performance.
No business like
Performing arts, I'd say,
shows.
yeah.
It's like might sound cliche, but like don't let people tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
Yeah, I was
That's
kind of thinking.
probably
Yeah.
Same
probably
thing.
the number one thing I could think of, just broadly, no matter what it is in show business.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it because you want to play music, then
Yeah.
play music. Do what you want to do. If you're doing it to make money, do the things that are going to make you money. So
Yeah.
do what you feel like you need to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I think the best piece of advice that I received, or one of them, was do something every day that makes you feel like an actor. And I think you can apply that all the way. You know, anything you can do to help hone your craft. If you're writing a little bit every day, if you're playing music every day, you need to do something every day to keep yourself on top of your game.
That's awesome. That's really good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been mine too. Would just be, I mean, just hone your craft. You know, if you're confident enough in it to do it in front of people. You know, like
Yeah.
for me, with it's just with the music, and for Zach, it's comedy and music and acting and whatever else it is. But if you're confident enough to do it in front of people, just could just hit it. You know.
Yeah. It's one of those things that just keep doing it, confidence, and be prepared for a lot of no's, and then when the yeses come along, be grateful for the yeses.
Yep.
Like,
That's
you're
just-
going to suck when you start.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a given.
And you might suck like well after you
Yeah, you might suck for like 2 to 3 years, but you got to play the long game.
You'll have your zeitgeist moment, then you're just gonna be down. Like,
You may just suck forever. It may just be that you exist to serve as a warning for the successful people to be like, Jesus, at least I didn't do that.
I don't know. Some people just get really good at sucking, though. Sometimes it can be your own niche.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
gonna have
Weezer, they
Then they get a reality TV show.
you're gonna have your Joshua tree, then you're gonna have your zoo rope on. That's what's gonna be.
and then you're going to resort to literally putting albums on people's phones
Yeah.
without their consent.
Please listen to this.
Please listen to my
Please.
album.
Then you're gonna have your Catorce moment of fame, and then you're gonna just be shit again. U2 sucks. Now, they were good.
But hey,
I love 80s U2.
Yeah.
80s U2 is great.
what happened?
I don't know.
Jazz
Who
Fest.
said Jazz Fest?
Did I let it slip? Is that next year's headline? Bono's just like, it's great to be here amongst all of you and your ribs.
Jesus.
Is this the state fair?
Enjoy your funnel cake, Oreo, fried things. This next song's about equality.
Every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa dies.
Oh, God.
This next song is called Vertigo.
I feel like no matter
be
what
a
a
real
year
fight.
it is, no matter what year it is, he can always go, give it up for Johnny Lang. So it doesn't matter if it's 10 years ago or next year.
Oh, man.
Oh.
We can't pick on Jazz Fest anymore.
Yeah, that's the cutoff. It's,
Next topic,
it's a great place. Great faces, great places. So, and Jazz Fest.
Jazz Fest.
We love you. We love you. And we're sorry. Yeah, next one. Or do you guys have anything else to add to that? Oh, cool.
Pretty good.
By the time we move on to the next one, I've already forgotten what we're talking
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, it's a long one. What happened to the story song? Arlo Guthrie had some classic hilarious story songs like Alice's Restaurant. Is it a dying form or how is it being reimagined and by whom? The story
I could
song.
talk about this.
I could kind of
I could talk
that.
about this.
Yeah.
Can you read it again?
Yeah. What basically I'll just summarize it. What happened to the story song were long length 20-minute story songs. Is it a dying form or how is it being reimagined today?
Bob Dylan got old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
I feel like everybody's more impatient now. I mean, everything's easier to get right away. You know, with the internet, you can.
You're taking too long. People's attention spans are shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't stop talking about Weezer. Point in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only band artist still doing story songs is Weird Al.
It's
Yeah.
true.
But he's never put out a bad album.
True. Oh,
We should have got back to
One.
that.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
All of us like big, 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 big.
Flawless.
Flawless victory.
Bad
We're
hair
going
day.
back.
Bad hair day for days.
We're going back to flawless discography. The Lonely Island has a flawless discography.
They were on a boat that one
They were-
time.
Same
Threw
with
it on the ground.
They're great with
Yeah.
story songs. See,
They
were out
do
one
tell a
time.
story.
Stephen Wright. His discography, he has one album called I Have a Pony, and then 20 years later he released an album called I Still Have a Pony. Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately,
amazing.
how long does
Yeah.
a pony live?
Probably 20 years.
Apparently, more
Yeah,
than
around 20 years.
20 years, and then right after
And
that
then the
came
album
out.
is I No Longer Have a Pony.
I feel like you
Right.
missed the
I
boat
don't-
by calling
I
not
only
calling
have
it I
glue
currently
now.
have a horse.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of like story, like talking song, except Listener. But other than that, like I don't hear a lot of story songs anymore. It's like you said, Bob Dylan got old, and we just don't do that.
Yeah, and if you want one that they're just gonna like talk for a long time, then you might as well just make it a rap song.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's
Or
Or
a kind of where
podcast.
that's there you go. Exactly.
I'm gonna butcher his last name, but there's Shane Koizan in
I
the
know
short
what you're
story
talking
long.
about, yeah.
And like that, I mean, that's what I feel is it's kind of turned into, where it's like the slam poetry that's set to music.
Well,
Right, there's a
hotel
whole-
books
But that's like
and
it feels like
things
its own
that.
it's its own thing though.
Right. It's like there's like this is like pretty obscure, but like that band La Dispute that has all the spoken word songs.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have like a 3-disc set that's just spoken poetry, and then
Yeah.
the music is written after the fact. So there's some stuff out there, and there's like still like Americana artists that do a lot of it. You know what I mean?
I think instead of story songs, it was replaced with hip hop and rap and post hardcore spoken word kind of things. I honestly
Yeah,
think that's what
more or
happened.
less.
It's like Touche Amore, another huge band
Yeah.
that feels like I'm hearing a story each song.
Right,
Like,
right.
Yeah. Especially on their last album, like
Yeah, that's
about his
it's a
mother's
whole sad
cancer. I'm
thing.
like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Springsteen had his Broadway show where he,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he did that. So, I mean, I think that was probably like that was going to be the pinnacle moment. Like, that's going to be it. Kind of caps off the history of the story song.
American Idiot had kind of a story vibe.
That's true.
with
Yeah, it did.
The 9-minute long songs, especially.
Yeah.
Jesus
Rock
of Suburbia and Homecoming.
I mean,
that
like,
kind of-
if you take it to like a conceptual album place, if you
Yeah.
like want to blanket that in there, there's a handful every year that come out that are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Some,
What? Oh, yeah.
I was just gonna say some are more cryptic, but like
Yeah.
some others are straightforward.
No. I don't think this question's in the jar, but what are some concept albums that you guys like that you could dig?
What to Do When You're Dead by Armor
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This one I love a lot of metal from the 80s. Operation Mindcrime by Queensryche.
That's awesome.
That's like a movie set to music kind of thing.
I wonder if My Chem counts. You know, with the Black
I count Black Parade.
Yeah, with the Black
Yeah.
Parade.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. Although some people kind of view every MCR album as a concept record. I'm like, I don't.
Those are people that are just
Yeah,
way
yeah.
too
It's not
Way too
too
invested in that.
way too invested.
Yeah. Like everyone says, 3 Cheers has a message. I'm like,
That same person has a
theme
Hot
is not
Topic
a
credit card.
concept.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, concept. I don't, yeah. A lot of concept records, to me at least, a lot of them nowadays seem very pretentious to me. And it's like,
Yeah.
when someone announces they're releasing a concept record, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I feel like it works out better when you just put it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
agreed.
You just let it speak for
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Or when you're writing it, if you don't have the like concept in mind, you know what I mean? Like if it just ends up being that way, and you can like, oh, I see what we can kind of do with this. But if you go into it with that, I feel like you're playing it out really hard, and it's not going to work out. So
It's a 21st century breakdown.
yeah, yeah.
Right Away, Great
Correct.
Captain.
Yeah.
Those 3
Oh, yeah.
albums. That's a good series of
Yeah.
concept albums. I listen to those a lot.
Andy Hall just.
Yeah. Who hurt you, Andy?
Yeah.
So much hurt.
I just love his voice though. Like,
Me too.
When I saw him in Nebraska like 4 years ago with Manchester, I was just like, gang. He just has that.
Is this Andy Hall of Hall and Oates?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I think it was it was Joywave when they released Swish. Where it was like every single song was the same song. It was just the intro was tweaked a little bit, but and the tracks are Destruction. Why be credible when you can be part 2 incredible? And it's just the same song for 12 songs in a row.
Oh, I also think the Kendrick album that he just put out, well, not just, but it was in 2017.
Oh damn.
I'd consider that a concept album.
I didn't really listen to it a lot, so I don't
It's
really.
good.
It's good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Well, and then he
It's
so he released it, and then he re-released it like a year later, and he flipped all the tracks around, so it begins at the end and it goes all the way through
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and it tells like it's wild.
Yeah, I
don't
heard
know how
about
to
that
explain
too. It tells another story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty wild.
Damn.
I like it. Damn.
Stupid.
I like it.
Easy cheat. Did you do the last one? I can't remember.
You'd had the last one.
Okay.
Because you had the novel.
Oh, right. Story song.
An article recently stated that a survey suggests that people over the age of 30 stop discovering new music. Do you think that's a false statement?
I think.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
I like it.
Talk about
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna continue to discover new music for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's so much easier now. Maybe things have changed since the internet age, but
Yeah,
I
it-
don't constantly
it sounds like a sensationalized article for just journalistic
new
purposes.
music is just thrown constantly at my face at this point.
Yeah.
You have to try not to.
We're
not literally.
cultural
I mean,
singularity when anybody on Earth can sit there with Google and find new music. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a
Right,
little.
right.
It seems
Now-
like a clap back to one of those what industry are the millennials gonna kill? Like, I feel like,
Millennials are killing the music.
do you
industry.
guys even listen to new music after you turn 30? Shit, I don't know. Like,
I don't listen to music anymore. I just tell kids to get off my lawn.
There's probably a percentage of people out there that, like, when they get to that age, just have other things going on, working way too much, and families and stuff.
And I think it probably slows down because you're getting into the like neural elasticity of people because like your tastes in music. I mean, obviously for everyone here about the same age, we're all in that like Blink-182 late '90s, early aughts kind of era. Music is like our golden age for as far as like when our brain was like, this is fucking awesome. It was lighting like a Christmas tree.
Right.
And it's just like. We'll always have echoes of that, and it's like, but you'll still find new stuff. I still find new stuff.
I'm even into genres that I hated when I was a teenager.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
I've gotten into.
I've done that.
To things that I would have never listened to before that I've just gotten into within the last couple years that I would have passed up 1,000 times over back then.
Yeah.
So I firmly disagree.
You kind of see a lot of the punk musicians or metal musicians from the early 20s now move on to folk music like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Which I just noticed that a lot more. Because it's kind of like you can't sing like that forever.
Well, and you can't be a punk for your entire life. It's just too draining.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be angry all the time.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I think it really depends on the level of passion you will seek out to find new music too. If you're some people will follow the artists that they grew up with to the grave, like their new stuff. They'll keep listening to that. That'll be the new music they discover, but they won't seek out new artists.
Yeah.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So they won't. Yeah. And if there is a new artist, it's usually one that they discover that's been thrown in their face by like Good Morning America
or like we're on tour with one of the bands they went to see,
Right.
Like an opener for the band they've been listening to since they were 16.
Right. Yeah, and those bands that they open for end up getting bigger, and that's the new ones that end up.
Yeah.
That's the best way for a new artist to get blown up, I think, at this point, is opening for a really huge act.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
the show.
Getting at that. For show.
For sure.
I think that's that one. Next one.
Yeah.
I think we all got our point. Oh, I'm not. Can't remember.
You were distracted today.
Yeah.
It's all the glitter.
It's all
It's
the
the
same.
glitter.
It's the glitter and the jacket.
The jacket.
Yeah.
He's got a lab
Glitter
full
in
of
the
jacket.
What's the next song called? Glitter Jacket.
Take off your pants and jacket.
What is the best music video you've ever seen and the worst?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
The best music video of all time is Jamiroquai Virtual Insanity.
Oh yeah, that's a great video.
I'm gonna counter that with Joseph Salvat, Open Season.
That's really good too.
It's so, and I have an attachment to it because I saw it when I was in Europe. But it was like, I was like, yeah, but I'm like in this bar in Germany. I look up and I'm like, what is going on? And it just the art style of it really spoke to me. It's just quirky,
But the floor doesn't move.
but you got me.
No, that one's really great actually.
I don't think
Dancing on the Ceiling is probably a good one.
I've gotten really out of music videos. I don't think I've watched a new music video in a long while.
I kind of stopped music videos around 2008, 2007 when I got all of my artists I got into on Fuse, like all that stuff, like back in the day.
Is it also the worst, this topic? The
Yeah,
worst?
also,
Yes.
also touch
Yeah.
on
Any
both.
lyric video.
Oh,
It's the
yes.
laziest approach to anything ever.
Yep.
yeah.
Um,
I'd be fine with just putting a photo of the album art and then
Yeah.
just put
That's
the album.
Those are the
infinitely
YouTube
better.
videos I
Yeah.
search for.
That's
I would much
infinitely
rather do
better
that.
than someone making something in some Adobe
Yeah.
program and charging you $500 and you calling it a music video.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I think I'll go with "Higher" by Creed.
Ooh.
That's a great video.
Can you take me higher?
Now, if I
It's funny because now I'm thinking about the music
I'm
video in
just-
my head. I mean, it's really not that bad.
I'm asking if you're selecting that as best or worst. I
That
think that's
was
what
my
we do. We
thing,
just
is
say
I
a
don't know.
music video.
see if you assume it's best or worst
I like
for me.
that.
The only difference is...
We had a band that was on the
Didn't you also do that for like USF Idol?
Yep.
That's amazing.
I mashed up Michael Bublé and Creed.
How?
How?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Basically, I did like the first 2 minutes was "Haven't Met You Yet," and then somehow I mixed it on my computer. I matched up. I seamlessly transitioned it into With Arms Wide Open.
You're a goddamn artist.
And then I got 5th place because they thought I was just doing impressions.
You got
Not singing, but I was on point.
so you got 5th place because you pronounced a consonant.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
enunciating.
no, you didn't. You didn't do it enough.
I'm not bitter.
No, yeah. You didn't nail it.
What the fuck beat that?
Simon Floss.
Simon sang
Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. Yeah.
It was great, don't get me wrong. But I sang Creed.
Yeah.
And
But
In
you
a
sang Billy
serious
Joel.
manner.
That's some bullshit. I ever get a time machine, I'm gonna fucking fix that.
I will get on that voting council.
That's where I start.
Happen.
That's where I start.
And then if I have time, I'll go kill baby Hitler. I'm fixing USF's talent contest from, fuck, what year did he say? I don't know. I'll go to all of them and just figure it out.
Is Zach Dresch performing? No.
Who's
Running out of
Zach
charge.
Dresch? This is the 1980s.
I'm
And it's Sioux Falls
I'm guessing by
College.
the Model Ts, this Zach isn't here.
I'm not getting to Hitler.
I'm not gonna have time. I gotta get a bite to eat too.
Oh man.
The best music video I've ever seen.
Aha, take on me.
Oh, that's a great video.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's my vote.
Gotta give an honorable mention to Thriller, though, for its time being, like, fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Peaches by the Presidents of the United States.
Yeah,
of America.
that's a really good one.
Ninjas just fighting them like
Yep.
in a peach farm. Like
Yeah.
that's just the
I like
best.
that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
90s videos, in my opinion, were the best because it was just such a weird. Any Primus video.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Any Primus video.
That's gonna be a hell of a show too.
Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome
Yeah.
show. When I was Big Brown Beavers on the best music videos. Just like,
Oh man.
yeah, I can't wait for that show.
So do other people enjoy when they get to see the band play in the music?
I don't know if
Video?
I don't
Yeah,
care.
who does that appeal to?
I enjoy it for some reason, and usually it's because it's like a sneak peek at what it would be like to see him live. I think
I don't want to see him live. There's like people and
I know.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, but now you don't have to because now that it's in the video.
It's true.
I'm gonna go back to this. I have not. The new Gambino "This Is America" video is the only music video I've watched many times in the last 10 years.
Ditto. Absolutely.
Like everything else.
Everyone was talking about it. I'm like, well, now I have to watch it.
Yeah.
And then every time someone brings it up on Reddit or whatever, I go back through it. I'm like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah. I
It's
point out
thought-provoking.
something new.
What does
Like-
it mean? Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I also love kind of watching. I used to watch VH1 Classic late at night, and they'd show old music videos just to make fun of the old stuff that they used to do. They actually MTV or VH1 Classic did for the 25th anniversary of MTV starting up, aired the entire first day of MTV over again.
Really?
Which was really cool.
That's cool.
And the first video was Video Killed the Radio
Yep,
Star.
yep.
That's such a great music video too. And there were some awful ones. There's this band called Boot Camp.
I'm sure no one knew what they were doing.
No.
No.
That was just these old guys with porn stashes, like rocking out in front of a movie theater.
Nice.
And one of them has a small keyboard that's portable. He was just, and then like this whole thing. And they had 2 music videos, and they aired them throughout the day. One of them was at the movie theater, and that one's called
Yeah.
"Hold On to the Night." And then, because of course you're an '80s rock band, that's what you do.
Hey.
The next one is "I'm a Victim of Your Love," and the music video, wait for it, is in a courtroom.
Ooh.
And the singer is sitting at the witness stand, like explaining his case. I'm like,
Sometimes a pun will just find you.
Yeah.
You don't even have to pick it.
yeah.
It'll just lay right in front of
I
you.
guess this is what we're making the song about. Good.
This is it.
This
funny
bit's
is, like,
golden.
I can't name a specific music video, but I've been seeing a lot more of them lately because I switched to YouTube Red.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I do
Yeah.
that for my music because then I can play that in the background. But then I put it on the TV, like on the Roku, and then it'll just play the music videos, and it's just
That's
like,
nice.
oh shit, there's a video for this? And it's like, oh, that's not at all what I pictured. What the hell? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like Panic always had really good ones.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and they still do. Like, they just came out with that one.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
I
That
think
one's
so.
with the puppet.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, that's great.
Saturday night, whatever. I
Oh,
forget
say
what it was.
amen. You're
Yeah.
Brendan's.
Yeah, where he's like,
Yeah.
that's if you're hearing it and not watching it, that's me making the karate moves like Mac from It's Always Sunny. Right.
Gasps, man. I'm looking for gasps.
Gasps. This isn't a comedy.
But realistically, though, Brendan Urie could not take out a bunch of hitmen.
That's true. He's very small.
Very small. Yeah, but the newest one he posted was him as a puppet. Going through the trials and tribulations of fame, like snorting coke and like.
I know I would enjoy it.
It's a great video.
I like puppets in anything.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a great video.
I'm a man who likes his puppets.
Yeah. What about worst music video? We didn't really touch much on that. Worst ones.
Higher
Friday.
by Creed.
Creed.
Oh, no, Friday.
Friday
Rebecca
is
Black
awful.
Friday.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot,
Yeah.
I forgot about that song entirely.
The best version I've seen of that is where somebody mashed together a car careening off the cliff. A third of the way through the music video.
That's perfect.
And it ends as a PSA and it's like, don't let teenagers drive.
That's pretty good. Jeez. I don't know. I mean, I just...
Yeah, that wins.
Yeah,
Well, there's
that
like
would
there's
be
this
one.
there's the jeans song. Like some other teenager came along and was just like, I'm gonna make a song about shopping for jeans, and it is.
Is
I
it-
really
is it
hope
Matty
they
B
didn't.
I know
raps?
it's already
Is that-
done, but I really hope they didn't do that, and you're just making it up.
No.
I
I'm
need to
sorry.
borrow your time machine now.
Yeah. We're never getting the
so
Hitler
is
guys.
Is it Matty B Raps? Was that who that was?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
It's
who
been a
it
good
is,
few
but
years.
I hear the name all the time. Still.
Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell is an awful music video. Because guess what it's about? Someone watching Rockwell. And Michael Jackson's like, I'll be in the song, but I'm not going to be in the music video. Like, this is not for me. It's like Rockwell in the shower. It's like,
I wish I wasn't watching this.
The same guy that does Cinema Sins also does music video sins. And that is a gold mine. You never realize how much inconsistency goes into a music video until that guy tears it apart.
Yeah. And I love the musicless music videos. They did one with David Bowie and Mick Jagger dancing in the streets.
Dancing
Yeah.
in the street.
Yeah.
That one's so good. It's just like they're like out dancing by the train tracks, like, and you can hear people going, "Hey, get off the train tracks!" Like, it's like,
I'm not gonna say. I don't think it fits as best or worst, but up there for most iconic. But never gonna give you up.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
For its place in
Probably
internet
most
fame.
viewed.
Yeah,
Probably
I
most,
would
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard that kid that got famous in Walmart for doing the yodel?
Oh, yeah.
song?
Young kid.
Does he have a music video for anything? Because I'm sure it's terrible.
For that,
I've seen him
the song he actually released.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
like his actual music.
Probably
I'm sure
does.
it's bad.
When I think of terrible music videos, I always think of that I was thinking Lionel Richie with that "Hello, is it me you're looking
Oh,
for"
yeah.
song with the fucking Uncanny Valley clay head that the blind girl made. That's like
yeah.
that like looks into your soul, and then you look back, and
It's
it's
like an odd
the
chia
way.
pet.
Yeah, it's like if the devil made a chia pet to like murder your insides.
Yeah. William Hung, She Bangs. Oh, that's a bad video.
Or a good video.
I forgot he existed.
Yeah. So
Yeah, thanks for that.
to go back.
even William Hung's probably like, "Fuck, I'm still alive."
I'm still relevant.
People talk about me on podcasts all the time.
He's like searching for it.
Holy shit, he's on Facebook right now.
The most
Y'all talking
he's
about
got in
me?
Years.
Y'all talking about?
He'll talk about me. Oh, Sanjaya.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Terrible music. Oh, Anaconda.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Just-
that's
Those were the early
Nicki?
days. They didn't know.
Minaj.
Remember the singer Iman? He had that song "Fuck You, You Hoe, I Don't Want You Back."
What?
Is that real?
He had a
Oh,
song.
it's very real.
Yeah. 10 years ago, MTV used to air the shit out of this video. It was just basically him like telling off his girlfriend in a park where there's like kids playing.
Yeah.
So
So
like
it's
he's just like
basically a live shot of R. Kelly.
yeah. He's just like telling her off, and the lyrics are like, "F you, you hoe, I don't want you back," and all this stuff. And like,
poor
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't want you back. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what
So
this
bad.
is. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Help me.
MTV used to air it all the time. I remember it. Oh, best music video I forgot. I Believe in a Thing Called Love is one of the
yeah.
best music videos.
Oh, it
It's
really
so
is.
good.
That video.
That video.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
good one.
I just
Space
rewatched
Octopus?
it like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, glorious.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I missed my chance to see them live with Foxy Shazam 6 years
I
ago.
love
Oh,
that
wow.
band.
Yeah.
You need to
They're
go back.
playing in Omaha though in like a month.
Fire Shazam's coming. Oh, it's
No,
Darkness.
Darkness. Yeah,
Oh, damn.
they're playing like a 200 cap room too.
I
Nice.
might go to that.
Yeah.
That'd be. Oh,
That'd be tight.
that'd be tight. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Look at them beans.
God.
Look at them beans.
That's what happened at the story song. Cash talked about them beans.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder what Kurt Loder is up to these days? I don't even.
No.
I don't
I don't know who that is, so no, I
A
don't.
statement.
I read that question one day thinking this is gonna kill.
I don't wonder, so no, I would fail.
Well, it
For those of
died.
you like me who have no idea who the fuck that is, he is an American film critic, author, columnist, and television personality who served in the 80s as the editor of Rolling Stone.
And made,
What's he doing today?
He was on MTV in the 90s. He's the main journalist.
He's that guy. It's just the
Yeah.
picture. He's so old now.
And Wikipedia says he's dead. So
There we go. Died of what? Hip replacement?
Obscurity. Oh, God. Yeah. He is 73 years old, though, so we should probably not tease him about that.
Oh, wow.
I wish you a long life.
Yeah. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Pass.
Pass.
I'll talk
Pass.
about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll fight about it.
Yes.
I'd say
It is.
Yeah,
it is a sandwich.
What
It's
else
a
would
piece
it
of
be?
meat
Yeah.
inside of bread. It's a sandwich.
Right.
What
Very
exactly
low
are
quality
words?
sandwich, but it's something.
I'm glad we didn't have to get physical, boys.
Yeah. What exactly are words? I don't care. Whatever.
I'm offended at how overly sexualized hot dogs are. It's not that
Yeah.
bad. It's not that offensive.
No one wants
No one wants to say a
Anyone
word about it. No,
eat a
it's
hot dog.
just-
No
it's-
one
I'd
wants to
have
say
more
that.
to say, but I seriously had like 6 hot dogs for lunch today, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
Fair.
yeah.
Someone told me they didn't like brats the other day, and that hot dogs were better.
What?
Yeah, I told them they're full of shit.
You
There's-
immediately
they
fought,
are,
It
right?
depends on the brat, I guess.
That's true.
But there's more fat in brats, so they're better.
Yeah.
I don't-
It's got the
They get-
casing and
They're crispy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come
They get a
on.
nice little char
Come
on
on.
them.
Come on.
They don't get rubbery when you cook them too much. Like it's.
What gives me OCD and anxiety is a giant brat in a small hot dog bun.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
That's
It's like,
fucking terrible.
what do I do?
What's even worse is a long hot dog bun with a really short hot dog.
Oh,
because then
that's
you just
bread.
get bun on both ends, and no one.
See, I'm a
wants
bread
that.
freak. I love that. That gets me.
Yeah, no, I'm the
Yeah.
other way. I would rather have a large brat, small bun.
Yeah, I'll take that. I like that.
But if you have that situation, do you eat the rest of the bun either?
No,
Right,
I
throw it in the
push it to
trash.
the very end and rip it off.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah,
And then
just
it's
like
just
to point
throwing
out,
away bread.
that question was a metaphor.
Is this a metaphor?
Yeah.
Large brat, small hot dog bun. Yeah.
Bikes.
Yeah. Because I'll eat the extra brat. I like that. I'll eat a brat bear, you know.
Yeah.
But
A knife and a fork.
yeah,
What toppings do you guys put?
I was just
all of
thinking
it.
that.
All
Yeah.
of them. Everything.
I don't like condiments.
Just straight up hot dog and bun. That's
Yeah.
it.
I can vouch for this. He
I like
doesn't
ketchup.
condiments.
I didn't drink water for 10 years.
That's real. I can also vouch for that. These are real
He's
things.
got the kidneys to show it.
I don't know how you're alive. Honestly. It's like diet is like pizza, bear hamburgers, and candy. Like I don't get
Let's see what
it.
the problem
There,
is.
there should seriously be a meme of you, and in quotations, I didn't drink water for 10 years. It's like,
Let's get on it, internet. Leave it up to you folks.
Guys all have tools.
Which camera am I looking? This one. You
No, so for
folks.
hot dogs,
I usually go ketchup or mustard or both.
Ketchup, mustard, relish is like the holy
Yep.
I like
trinity.
mayo on a dog.
Ooh, that
I
sounds
like
good.
mayo on everything.
By the way, we
Yeah,
just
I
found
like
our
mayo.
episode title.
What's
I didn't
the
drink
title?
water for 10 years.
Large hot dog,
Episode
small
of Maury
bun.
now?
It's like, how long did it take?
So I was trying to get Weezer in the title, and apparently I haven't dropped their name enough, so maybe that's
You know,
fine.
the thing about the water is I just forgot it existed. That's real.
Has anyone?
It's not helping your case at all. I don't know what the...
Water, no thanks. Fish fucking it.
Now we got our title.
We've used that for so long. I'm glad that went over well.
How about we compromise? Weezer didn't drink water for 10 years.
I like it.
That's why their output was so bad.
That
They're just
10-year
dehydrated.
span where they just didn't drink water.
Yeah, we didn't drink water at all during Hurley. Oh, okay.
All right.
Here we go.
That explains so much.
Really
the host
hydrated.
nations.
Yeah,
It's getting weird.
Yeah.
They were just constipated, so all the shit came out at once.
Next topic.
We drank water. Here's the White Album. It's good stuff.
The Oasis.
The Oasis. What's the best story about the worst beer you've ever consumed?
Oh.
See,
I don't know.
I don't.
Pat, fail.
Fail.
We already talked
Fail.
about
I mean,
beer.
I had a
Yeah,
Budweiser
we had
last
beer
night. I
one.
think that qualifies.
We already talked about beer, so I'll fail that one. Yeah. Should I tell the story about the one time I got the most I've ever drank in my life? Though,
All
real
right.
quick?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Last summer I was on vacation, and it was a staycation, so I didn't go anywhere. But Dan Boobas goes, "You're gonna drink tonight, or else." And I'm like, "Fine, I don't have to work tomorrow."
Because when I think of Dan, I think intimidation.
If you're listening, hi Dan. But he goes, "You're gonna drink tonight," and I was with Swan too, and he's like, "You're gonna drink too." So I had
Slightly more intimidating.
right, yeah,
I don't. Yeah, if Swan ever says you're gonna drink, I'm like,
yeah,
Yes, sir.
anything. I will do as you say.
right. So I had 3 screwdrivers, pacing myself at Papa
Getting
John's.
saucy.
Phillips or
Yeah.
Flathead?
Well,
I should go.
Welcome back to Bad Notes.
We'll just leave. It's,
And then we went to Billy Frog's, and I had 4 Mike's Hards, and got up on stage and sang "Jeremy" by Pearl Jam really intensely. Even the parts that were no lyrics on the screen, I was going. I was doing all that stuff, and then I was doing this like on the ground. I think. Got the pictures, and then there was a house party going. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the house party. And then I had a Budweiser to prove I have a penis, and then that was it.
You got hit with Smart.
Paced myself enough so I didn't feel like crap the next day. So it was.
There you go. I like
It's
that.
a very very anticlimactic story, but you know it works.
Okay.
Next topic.
Anyway.
What movie would you recommend to someone visiting from another country that they have to see?
Oh.
Human centipede.
Sure. Maybe I'll fail it now if we're gonna. Do this.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
where do we
fail
go
it
from
now.
there?
Yeah.
I talk about it.
Yeah, I could talk about that.
Forrest Gump.
Oh.
There you go.
Well,
They
they
go
just
way
That
not
to me,
have-
that to me is like the most iconic American
Do
movie.
they just not
Yeah.
have American movies in other countries?
That
Like,
was
we have
also my
foreign
thought.
cinema here. Is it just
Biodome.
That's such a good movie. I don't care what anyone says.
I think I would go Wayne's World.
I'd say
I think
Wayne's
I'd go
World
Wayne's
2.
World. I think that'd be fun.
I'd go Wayne's World 2.
But without the first one. So
Without,
there's no
yes.
context.
I just wanted to be lost. Like, what?
Aren't we all?
What is this character? I don't know. I just assume
What
this
country is that person from?
Stereotypical Italian accent.
Oh,
What is
Italian.
this? Hey, come on.
That was Nicolas Cage doing an Italian accent.
All right. Then I'd hand him a New Belgium Tony IPA. And
the double Tony.
double Tony. My bad.
Double Tony. Double Tony.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Breakfast
Yeah, I'm
Club.
on board with
One of those two. Breakfast Club's a good, in my opinion, really good commentary on social cliques and all that stuff. It's cheesy.
Mean
Better Off
Girls, if
Dead.
we're going with that.
Yeah.
Which one?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls
Better
is
Off
one
Dead.
of the best movies ever.
Any
love
John
that movie.
Cusack movie.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like
Like
would be
Conga.
Hot Tub Time Machine. It's called Male Bonding. I haven't even seen Wild Hogs.
It's some kind of hot tub time machine.
That's the
That
movie.
line sold the movie.
For that line and the other line, this is my favorite line. He goes, I've had lots of girlfriends, hot ones. You've had lots of boyfriends, gay ones. Great movie.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next one.
Yeah.
Probably do one more than shameless plugs.
Yep.
Yeah. Coolio. Favorite stand-up comedians? I'll fill
Yeah,
that
I
one.
don't wanna
We're all
end on
kind of
that.
musicians here.
That's a
Yeah.
biased question to ask.
Me, I'd be the only one answering that one.
No, this is just how we segue into selfless plugs.
Right.
It's Zach Dresch.
How did Steven Tyler ever get famous?
With a mouth that big, you can't go wrong.
I'll talk about that.
Oh, you want to be
It's a random one to end with.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
do it. You talk about it.
Good.
Aerosmith.
Yeah. Run DMC.
Yeah. Run DMC. If it weren't for Run DMC, I don't think you would have made it. Like,
Yeah.
I really think it's weird that in Dream On he sings one way and then every song after that he sings different.
what happened?
Yeah,
They-
it's weird.
Like I've always
But as
wondered
a teenager, I didn't know that was like Aerosmith.
No, I thought
It's
the
like,
same thing.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, this isn't really Aerosmith though. It's got to be a cover. No,
You don't
it's
really
just
get it
Aerosmith.
till
When they
the bridge,
recorded
you know?
Yeah.
Dream On and he did the scream, it just changed his voice so much moving forward.
Yeah.
Maybe the label's like
different now.
it's the only part we like.
Coke is just, it wrecks your throat apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now he looks like a grandma that took too much Ativan.
Remember, wasn't Steven Tyler the one that started the whole feather in the hair trend?
Probably.
Remember that?
And
That
the
sounds
whole-
like him.
And the
That's sure, yeah. Up
and
his
the
wheelhouse.
sleeve.
The silk scarf,
Silk
on,
scarf
the,
on the
mic
microphone.
stand.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like he would have been more popular if people couldn't see him.
Yeah,
I've always been a
person
fan
would've
of
been more
their
popular.
music.
Hey, man, he paid his dues. He lived in an elevator for 6 months.
Was it in commission?
Oh man.
When I'm going down in the air,
Making sweet love in an elevator.
living in the fridge.
Oh shit! I went way over my head. I forgot about the elevator. So sorry, that was on me.
It's okay.
It's on me.
God, there's something else I was going to point out about that. But yeah. Steven Tyler hates Kansas, the band Kansas.
And the state.
Yeah, like how does he feel about the state?
And probably the state too. He says, "Oh, you remind me of the band. You guys, the state sucks." But
Who hates
apparently,
Kansas?
Steven Tyler hates
Apparently.
Kansas. I heard this thing that he hated like Aerosmith and Kansas did a show together in the '70s, and Kansas was at their peak with "Carry On Wayward Son,"
Right.
and he like tried to cut the power on Kansas's set. Like, I think he tried to find a way, but then Kansas knew that he was doing that, and so they basically found a backup power generator in case he tried to do some
That's
shit.
some vindictive shit.
Yeah. So Steven apparently really hated Kansas because I think at the time Aerosmith was probably struggling with commercial success at the time.
Yeah.
Because in the '70s they were not quite up there yet.
So if we just topple the guy above us, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
It's just a vacuum of power.
Right. I feel like that says more about him that the people he was playing with knew he was going to try to do something like that and already had a plan in place. Like, you know what? He's probably going to do something bad, so we'll just get extra power.
He's like the shitty roommate where you know he's gonna steal something, so you put out like the decoy thing, like the cheap shitty thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, yeah.
There you
Here's
go.
the trail.
They should have just baited him with scarves.
Piece of scarf.
Yeah,
Piece of scarf.
there you go.
apparently Steven Tyler's a really good drummer. He just decided to sing instead, or like.
That's a whole new question. How many
Well,
people like sing
Instead of
and
taking him
drum?
from the back,
Yeah.
where you don't see him, let's move him closer to the front.
It's cool that he's a good drummer though, because he's such a shitty person.
He took all of his good person points and just put it into good musicianship.
There you go.
Yeah, I've always been. I really enjoy Aerosmith, like the band, but
Yeah, not as Steven Tyler's a person.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still. Jaded is a guilty pleasure song for me. I love that song.
Jaded.
And they're still the only good part of Armageddon. So.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
It's like, and Aerosmith almost like exploded because of he wanted to do a song with Carrie Underwood, and literally everyone else in the band was like, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But they,
Smart.
yeah,
Smart. I think my favorite Aerosmith song is "The Other Side." That's just my jam.
I like that song.
It's got key changes and it's got trumpets. Pff, sign me up.
Sweet Emotion. That bass line is just so cool.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about things that nobody cares. Yeah. Yeah. And Jaded.
Yeah.
But I hate I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Come on, how can you not like that? The banger, Zach. It's a banger.
There is a meme of a bat, like, because I'm nocturnal, baby, and I just want to hiss at things. Stupid.
Oh, that's good.
just wanna
Hiss at
things.
Yeah!
Because bats.
Bats! Batty, hey. Double Tony. So shameless plugs.
Yeah.
We just go around in the circle
Sure.
and what we want to promote and talk about quick and then wrap it up.
Cool.
What about you guys, Steph? and Corey?
Well, shit, we're doing the emo night thing.
Yep.
Oh,
emo night.
Come down to Icon September 7th and watch me and Stefan spin the emo hits or make fun of the music we like.
Yep.
There you
Either
go.
way,
Do
it'll
it.
be a good time. You can throw
We're
stuff
playing
at
fun
me.
songs. Wear your
Whatever.
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed out on the last one because I had a flu or something that weekend, so I was emo alone.
Excuses.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
We'll come be
yeah,
sad.
It's gonna
with
be a
us
good
this time.
fucking time.
Yeah, it's September, so I don't think flu happens quite yet. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
I like it. That is gonna be fun.
Nick, you got anything?
Constantly, yeah. I play constantly around town, doing restaurants, bars, anywhere with a patio that would like to hire people. Hire me all the time. If you'd like to stay up to date on that, I've got a Facebook page and a website. So it's just my first name and my last name, and then what I do. So it's Nick Burke, and then with music, nickburkemusic.com.
Good.
Nice.
Get on there and keep up to date. And it's fun.
Awesome, Brian.
Yeah, Monsters Little Theater Company, we've got our first shows coming up August 16th. We're doing a staged reading of Matt Stoffels' new play, The Heart Play. So if you are interested in being a part of that, you can head to our website, monsterslittletheater.com, fill out the little audition form, and we'll be in touch with you.
Wallace.
As always, check out all the fantastic
Edit that in post.
podcasts over at the Sioux Empire Podcast and the SiouxEmpire.com. Lots of crazy shit going on as always. Be sure to check out our recorded performances on Live 605 as well, streaming over there. And thank you for listening.
And for
Just
me, I got.
noticed you're right above me.
Hello.
How
What are you doing all the way up there?
Hey Zach, what do you have going on?
I have two quick ones.
It's like Wilford. As his like SNL tape. Can you please hold my calls for a few minutes? I'm very preoccupied.
I've got my new band Absent Idols is doing a private birthday party next weekend, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for
So
that.
private, so we'll all be there.
Yeah, you'll be there. And then I'm coming to a city near you at the end of August, and by that I mean one night in Rapid City. And
It's like 7 hours.
Near
Make the
is a
trip,
relative
bitches.
term.
it's with Skylar Bulks, Sheldon Starr, and Erica Kiharski from Rapid City. So that's gonna. If you're in the Rapid City area and you're listening, come check it out. Robbie, you watch every episode. I'm pretty sure you're in Rapid City or near Rapids. So check it out. He's Disarmed's biggest fan. So that's Robbie, if you're listening. Hello. So yeah, I just ruined the vibe.
We can play with the cat.
Yeah,
With
this
the cat's
is fun.
animal
Go back to
things
this.
again.
We'll just
All right.
end on this.
But yeah, Steph and Corey, Nick, thank you guys so much for being on this episode.
thanks for having us.
guys.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you very
Fun
much. This
episode.
was a rad time.
Yeah, it was really
Had a
fun.
blast. So thank you guys, and you've been listening to
The Dresch Code.